Today is Clover's Gotcha Day, and I haven't really told a ton of the story because it was kind of weird. But basically, Clover, hi Clover, Clover broke her leg when she was a couple days old, didn't you? It was awful. It snapped right in half. And this happened because she and her mom got into a pasture. Do not eat my hair, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm trying to tell your story. Anyway, they got into a pasture with a horse that's kind of a cow horse, and he decided to chase them and accidentally stepped on her and snapped her leg in half. And so we tried to get a hold of the owner. The owner had been MIA for about a month at this point. He had dropped these lovely little critters off and was like, I want to board these here for a short term. And my friend that, don't eat my hair, ma'am. My friend said, like, okay, we can go ahead and do that. We can board some of your critters. Where'd you go? Just trying to come back for my hair, ma'am. All right. Anyway, so, oh, Clover. She says hello. Anyway, so this guy ends up just deciding to vanish off the face of the earth after like a month, and no one can reach him. No one can get a hold of him to figure out where on earth he is, to see what he wants to do about this poor little lamb that's broken her leg. So we decide to take it upon ourselves. We call the vet out. We go ahead and we get her fixed up, and we continue to try to reach this guy. But at this point, obviously, she needs to have someone. Hang on. So anyway, she's off playing, and the other two are right behind me. We take Clover and we put her in a pack and play in my office, and bottle feed her and everything. Continue to try to reach this guy. It reaches the point finally that my friend has to like go through legal channels to go ahead and like deem it that they are like legally abandoned. At this point, now it's been well over a year and no one's heard from them, so I think we're all good on the whole legally abandoned thing. But again, she went through the proper channels to make sure they're fully legally abandoned before we actually moved. So at this point, she's ours. We spent an absurd amount of money getting her leg fixed, but I'll put some photos throughout this so you can see like the break, because it was like clear in half. Right, Clover? It was a rough time for a lamb. It was a rough time to be a lamb and have your leg get broken, you poor baby. You want to do some kickies now? She's like, no. Anyway, so for Clover's Gotcha Day, that's her little story about how we ended up with her. And I never intended to have lambs or sheep or anything. I was just going to have some goats, but she's just the biggest joy. There's that little lamb. Hi, sweetie. Hello.